All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Conversations for Dummies. This is Lady D, that be me. I am broadcasting live today on my Diane P. Meadows Facebook page, also on my Lady D TV Facebook page, on the Soul Express Radio Facebook page, and on my YouTube page, Lady D That Be Me TV. Okay? So we are on four different platforms this morning. And so you can tune in to each and every one of them, whichever one is convenient for you. And I'm excited to be here today. I have a great interview this morning with my good friend. And just to let you guys know, you can support me by sending stars. Stars help me to earn more money, to make more content to bring to you guys. So send those stars anytime that you want to. I'm here. I'm waiting for them. So send them stars, okay? So I'm excited to be here today. Welcome to Conversations for Dummies. I am excited to be here today. We got a lot to talk about this morning because Miss Thing here, she got a lot going on. And so we want to hear all that she has to say. I am excited. So let's go ahead and get this party started. But first, let me do my shout outs. I want to give a shout out to all my people everywhere. You know, I like to shout people out. Shout out to Mo McCoy and the team out in Las Vegas and wherever they are right now doing their thing in the filmmaking industry. Fireproof TV Films family, shout out to them. Shout out to all my people in Las Vegas, everybody in California, in Colorado, in New Jersey, New York, Baltimore, Maryland, and also in other countries in Africa, in Australia, and a few other places out there. So welcome to everybody. Thank you guys. Shout out to everyone out there. And so let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to turn this music down and I'm going to bring on my girl here. Let me get my intro for her first of all. Let me see here. Let me get that intro going so I won't make no mistakes on introducing my sweetie. Here we go. All right, so today we have on the show Simply Sheba. Simply Sheba is from Oklahoma or lives in Oklahoma. She is currently a radio personality and producer for thebizradio.com with her very own show that airs every Thursday at 10 p.m. Let's see. She has the Me and Mine show, and they have been a confirmed media outlet for the acclaimed Loud Radio and Press Junket in Houston, Texas. Sheba is also a media correspondent for Loud Fest. In addition to broadcasting, radio, and production, Sheba is also co-owner and the marketing manager for Big Smoke Cigar Club, the first black-owned cigar lounge in Oklahoma. Yay! She's got some stuff going on, you guys, and here she is, Sheba, Simply Sheba. Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Hi, Miss D. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning,
I'm
beauties.
doing good. I'm so happy to have you. I should have had you on here a long time ago. You should have been on my show a long time ago.
You know, I be moving around and stuff. And anything for you,
Yes.
Miss D, because you know I am funky about interviews, but anything for you.
Yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. You have been a very busy lady. You got a lot going on, but I want to talk to you first. I want to first ask you about that grandbaby. That grandbaby of yours. She is beautiful. How old is she?
She turned one today. My daughter has kept her safe for a year, so we're excited
Oh,
about that.
oh, yay, yay. And is that your only grandchild?
It's my only grandbaby so far. God willing, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of them.
Yes, yes, that's good. I'm so excited for you. They are a joy. I have three grandchildren. One that I live with, my grandson, and I'm telling you, I've been with him since he was 9 months old, and been raising him with my daughter, and it's just been a joy. So I'm sure you're going to have all that joy coming into your life over the years.
Oh, I mean, it's just been a year, but grandparenting is great. It's so different from
Hmm.
parenting. Like all of the stuff. So you mama to your kids, you know, and you
Right.
have to enforce discipline and all of the other things that come with mothering. But like with your grandkids, you really just get to enjoy them. You know, you get
Exactly.
to be the person to sit on the side while your daughter, your son is hollering and stuff, and you just get
Right.
to enjoy them. You know,
Right.
you're not kind of burdened by parenting. So you really just get to enjoy your kids. And my favorite part so far has been my grandbaby, no doubt. But my favorite part has actually just been able to watch my daughter be a
Mm-hmm.
mother. This is new. I've never done it. This is a new element for me and her as adults.
Yes.
You know, I didn't know her all her life. So this is new though to watch her as a woman and then be able to
Yes.
watch her with her baby. It's crazy. God is
Ain't
good.
it something? Ain't it something? I love it. Yes, I just wanted to share that with the viewers, and want to thank everybody for being here. If you don't get a chance to catch the live, you can always catch the replay on all the different platforms. So Sheba, I want you now. I gave your introduction, but I want you to introduce yourself in your own words. Tell us who you are and what you do.
So, the show is only an hour. So I am simply Sheba, your hostess with the mostest. Basically, I got a slogan: I do what I want and not what I can. And here lately, I've just been doing everything. So a little background: I originally started as a radio personality and producer for Tyler Media. Worked there a couple of years. I pulled the ludicrous while I was doing the technical work and working in stations. You know, I was forming and planning what we all call today the Me and Mine show. I
Hmm.
started out locally as just a podcast. All I really wanted to do. Everywhere is big, so you originally come from Las Vegas. It's exciting.
Hmm.
Houston is exciting. All other cities around the world are excited, and so is mine. And I wanted to show people that. I just really wanted to get people out the stereotype that we ride horses and don't do
Right.
nothing here. We popping in Oklahoma, and I wanted to show people. Hence, the Me and Mine. We bring you basically my show is based on we bring you the social, emotional, and economical impact to Black people in Oklahoma and beyond, and we surround that just with dope ass music.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I never knew exactly what the Me and Mine show was all about, so that's awesome to hear that. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I have a music background. Music will always be my first love. As I started the show and started interviewing different artists around my show, because like I said, it started with music. I start getting more in depth into not necessarily just the music, but their lives. Like I'm
Mm,
really into people. I really like people. I'm a social introvert, so I do my own thing. But for the most part, I like to be around people, watch their social activity, and I was more interested in what artists did outside of the booth and the stage than I was
mhm.
on the stage. And it kind
Yes,
of took us 5 years later. It has took us everywhere. So we went from artists to businesses to just people in general that are for the empowerment of Black people.
that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So, how long have you been in the industry total? Entertainment, music, radio.
So total, I've been almost a decade. I'm reaching 10 years that I've been doing this. So my skills stretch from anywhere from radio, TV to movie production, stage production, music production. I got my hands in like a lot of if it's entertainment, I'm probably doing it. You know what I mean? If it's
Yes,
bringing
yes,
something great to the masses, I'm probably involved in it. I'm a
yes.
really for all that I'm in front of the camera, I spend a lot of time behind the scenes.
Wow. And where did you initially start? Was it all started in Oklahoma? Is that where you're from?
I'm originally from Oklahoma. I still stay in Oklahoma and I currently do business in Oklahoma. I'm loyal to the soil. I really like the same love people have for Atlanta or Houston or Vegas or California. That's how I feel
Hmm.
about Oklahoma. It's home.
Yes.
I think everything is supposed to start at home. How can I go out to other places and express myself if I don't tell you about where I came from.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. I'm in love with Las Vegas. I really am. Although I am from originally from California, but I am just totally in love with Las Vegas, and that's going to be my forever home. So anyway, so what is your favorite thing to do in the entertainment industry?
Production, production, and
Okay.
wherever it stretches from music, TV, movies, production. I absolutely just love seeing things start from nothing and turn into something great. I
Yes.
love being involved in the process of ground up. So production is definitely, it wasn't always like that,
Mhm.
because if you work behind the scenes, you definitely know how meticulous, tedious, and what we bring to audience seems exciting is not very exciting. It's very much work. But when
Right.
you love what you do, it's not that much work.
It's not, definitely. And you and I are pretty much in the same industry and the same thing in entertainment. I've been in entertainment since I can remember, since I was a little girl, and then doing radio and TV and music and all that is we're about the same. So what I would like you to do is tell us something that we don't know about you. We're gonna learn something today.
So I am, what's something people don't know about me? I'm pretty transparent, you know. So what is something? I'm a nerd. Big I'm a
I
really
can't
big
believe
nerd.
that.
Like, I'm an avid reader. So
Okay.
one of my favorite genres of literature is fantasy. I'm a really big nerd. I like elves, dwarves, swords. I like anything pre the gun. You know,
Yes.
it's a different world. Like I like to say now in these 2020s, I'm from the great 1900s. It was a different time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
I like,
definitely.
yeah. So basically, I'm a nerd. I'm into like just out of world things that'll take us from really what we got, the reality of what we got going on right now. So that
Mm-hmm.
is something that people don't know about me. Everyone knows I'm an avid reader, but they think I'm always reading, Walter Mosley or something like that. But
Yeah,
no, my favorite genre of literature is actually fantasy.
that's that's awesome. That is awesome. And a lot of times people don't know the intricate workings of who we are. They don't know all the inside stuff. Like I don't know if people know that I am a big Barbie doll lover and collector.
Oh, the movie must have been wonderful for you. The movie
I have
premiere.
not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I got to go and see the movie. But I got my Barbie. I got about 15 Barbie dolls, and I make their clothes, some of them, and I do all kind of different stuff with my Barbie dolls. So that's something people probably don't know about me. But so uh, have you ever thought about writing a book?
So, yes, currently, being that you spoke about that's crazy. So, I have a panel that I started here called Dear Black Men. It's a
Mm,
panel where we discuss the social, economic, and emotional state of Black men. It's exclusively for Black men. Sorry, Black women. There's 1,000 panels, there's 1,000 motivations, there's 1,000 things for us. But it is rare that you find something that empowers, motivates, and keeps our men moving forward. So we started this panel 2 years ago. You don't have to be affluent or anything. It's just you sign up. If you're a Black man and you got some issues, you can sit down on the panel and discuss. And more importantly, we discuss resolutions for said issues, through the
mm,
exchange of information, knowledge, and most importantly, resources. So, in the process, every morning I give morning affirmations to Black men about, just to keep going, just to understand that we love them. One of the greatest tricks that America brought to African American culture is that Black men and Black women don't like each other, and it's succeeding.
mm.
you know
Wow.
what I'm trying to do is change the narrative. So, because of our panel and because of great responses that we have been getting back because of the panel, we are currently in talks with publishers about creating a motivational diary for Black men called Dear Black Men. It's still in the works,
Oh,
so we'll see how that goes.
that sounds amazing. And we definitely need more stuff for Black men because, like you said, we got everything going for us out here as Black women. As women, period, everybody caters to and falls in line with stuff for the woman, but they don't have a lot for the Black man. So that is awesome and amazing. I'm looking forward to that. And I would like to. Is the Dear Black Men, is it a discussion online or is it something that
So
anybody
it's
can?
Yeah, so we hold the panel on my Facebook watch page on the Me and Mine show. It will be
Okay.
starting back up at the end of September. Um, we hold the panel, like I said, we have a sign up sheet, so there's not, so it's for you, for Black men, when it's convenient for them. You pick a Sunday that's your day, that you're not busy, and you join in on the panel. We do live stream it so that people can hear the discussion. So again, it's exclusive to Black men, so you will be able to chit chat through the comments, but the panel
Okay.
is held
It's all Black men.
exclusively for them. If there's some things that you may want to confirm, affirm, or if there's some things that you disagree with as a Black woman, you can put those
Mhm.
things in the comments. But the discussion is primarily for them to discuss these things with each other. Our Black men need a safe space to be able to express themselves. We've conditioned them to not talk to us. We've conditioned them to not express when they're going through certain negative. Now, they will tell us all day long when things are good, but they
Right.
are conditioned not to talk to us about when things aren't. And what I want to do is provide a safe space for them to do these things. First and foremost, you find camaraderie with those of likeness. So I think them all being together as a group, they can relate to one another. We are Black women, so what we do have in common is being African American, but we're women, so we do not know what it is, or do we experience the trial or the plight of a Black man. So not only is this a platform for them, but this is also a platform for Black women to get to know our men, because we're not as informative or knowledgeable about our men as we think. I know this because I did a poll. Uh, I did a poll on it.
Okay.
One of the things that Black men
Nice.
have discussed with me is that we don't listen to them. So we may let them
Mm.
talk, but we don't listen to them, and it showed through our relationships with them. So
Wow.
anybody could come in the comments and try to trump me, but this is facts. It's shown within our relationships with Black men. Hence the increase of broken homes, increase of single parenting, because it goes both ways. There are single fathers
Uh-oh.
out here just as much as there are single mothers. If you're a single mother, then that makes the father a single father if you all are not together joined in a union. It's logic. Um, so these are things that we are trying to, these are gaps that we're basically
Connection
trying to
issues
bridge.
going on here right now. And that happens. I don't know why, but it does.
It does.
Are you there? Okay, there we are. There we are. Okay.
So
Yes.
basically, these are just gaps that we're trying to bridge between um, women and men in the African American community, because it's a dissension between us, and we're just basically trying to build. Like I said, the panel is specifically for
Mhm.
Black men, but it's also geared
Yeah,
so that we as Black women can learn, not only be there for our men, but understand them, because understanding takes people a long way.
definitely. Definitely. And I totally agree with that. I believe that we don't understand our Black men. I relationship that I was in, I really men don't know how to really love a woman. And that because I've experienced that in my relationships, and I felt like all Black, I know that that's not true. I know that Black men do know how to love, but because of experience and experiences, we tend to think that all of them are the same, and they're not.
And that's one of the, again, it's a trick. It's a same way magicians, never reveal their trick. You this society won't either. They're not just going to come straight out and say, well, we're on a mission to make sure you guys don't love each other. But it's very
What is going on with this
reflective,
connection?
but it's very reflective in the way that we deal with each other. To see
Hmm.
how we care for each other, you only have to look at the relationships in our community. You
Hmm.
have more people willing to express dissension and hate amongst one another than they are love. So that in itself is a representation on how Black women and Black men are loving one another. In order
Hmm.
to fix that, though, we have to understand one another. We as Black women, we have a very good understanding of what we want. So now we need to get an understanding of what it is that they need from us. We know what
Hmm.
they need from them. Once again, there are panels on panels on panels that inform people what the Black woman needs from her man. But we
Hmm.
need conversations from Black men to tell them not want, not the things that you want, but what they actually need from us.
What they need.
Because
Yes.
we're not necessarily providing those things for them either. I have a I don't have the same mindset because we're women. I just don't automatically get on the woman train and say that she's correct in her behavior. There's a lot of things in our behavior that also needs to be corrected. Um
Definitely.
and I need more men to express that, not verbalize it angrily, but actually tell me what you need. You, not tell me what I need to do, but what you need so that I can focus on becoming that person or being able to give you those things, because relationships are give and take. You're not going to receive something without giving something. And Black women also need to know what it is that they got to give up for what they want, because it's just not
Right.
a one-way street. And we as women, we have been so because Black women we have been so abused, mishandled, that we've put on this mantle of armor that we just will not let people penetrate through. So there's some things about us when it comes to our vulnerability, our roles as women, because we've been really confused here lately. You understand, as far as our
Hmm.
roles as women, because we do have them,
Right.
but society has, and it is to each his own situation. But if things weren't supposed to be staple, we wouldn't have a civilized society right now. Some of the things that we've been doing, some of the things our
Hmm.
grandmas did, they actually worked. And I
Right.
think that we need to go back to a time where when these things were actually working, take some things out of that time and modernize them today, because those things are just as important as the things that we're moving forward towards and trying to acquire within relationships with excuse me, one another.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with that. We do. I think we do need to go back and, like you said, adopt some of those traditions and teachings from the past, from the elders, because that's what got us to where we are today.
Correct.
So, we can't just dismiss those things as if they didn't exist. They are still important and relevant to us today. But like you said, modernize them so that they fit into how we live our lives today. So one of your viewers, he said, when we express this is from Dominique Brown. He said, when we express this, we are told we are acting like females or it isn't heard in its entirety. And that was in response to your conversation about the men. And so, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I can agree with his sentiment as well. Once again, we put on this metal of armor because we as Black women are also taught to repress our emotions, to repress our
Hmm.
feelings, um, keep moving forward. I'm not saying don't move forward, but we really need to learn how to heal. We have women out here who are using what they call security, which, but more importantly, it shows how insecure you are. We
Hmm.
have women out here who are not using their words properly. They're using words like independent. That word in itself means to stand alone. And then in the same conversation say, I need a man to do this, I need a man to do that. So we
Right.
really have to sit down as people and figure out, first and foremost, use your words. You know, the
Right.
words that you use, actually understand what they mean, so that when you're expressing it to other people and they're intaking them, you guys will be in a perfect understanding, because a lot of things are just misunderstandings. You know,
Yes.
women are so, once again, work on healing yourself, because
Mhm.
scars are reminders, but they don't hurt anymore. So if you're still over here talking about things that happened to you 10, 15 years ago, you haven't healed. You know,
Right.
you're
Yes.
still hurting, and you need to find a
Yes.
relief for that. To get, you need some medicine, you know, and
Right.
it's not right. I hear women all the time say, if he's a real man, he'll fix you. No, 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 no. That's the
Mhm.
wrong narrative. You know, you should. That's first and foremost. That's selfish, and I don't think
Right.
people look at it like that. That's selfish. How dare you come to a man and say, you know, take me for all my flaws. I'm really messed up, and I want you to deal with me. But on the other side of the coin, if he has flaws and he's not healed and he's messed up, then he's not good enough. You
Right.
understand? But that's selfish in itself on both sides of the coin. You should come fixed. He should be fixed. And y'all should come together and you should be blooming. Now, if
Right.
God blesses you with the man who has patience, the fortitude, and the wherewithal to go with you on your journey of healing, you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that is
Yes.
a blessing. But that is not
Definitely.
um you're not entitled to him to fix you. They have therapists for that. They got people to get paid $20 an hour for that. And he's
Right.
entitled to a
Exactly.
woman who's okay, who she's fine. He's entitled to that. But we are very
Mhm.
selfish people, and we're only thinking about, and not just women, but men also, we're only thinking about what we're going to receive. You also have to think about what you're going to give. And this is not just for romantic relationship. This is for friendships. This is for sisterships. This is for menships. This is for any ship that you're selling with somebody else. It's a two-way street.
Definitely. Definitely. I totally agree with that. This is good. This is good stuff. We could talk about this a little bit more for a longer period of time. I know we don't have all day, but this is something that we could really talk about on another show. We can do a part two of this because this is very, very interesting. I love it. So I want to ask you, in the entertainment industry, I know that you have done a lot and you are involved in a lot. What has been the most difficult or the most challenging thing that you've had to deal with in that industry?
Um, Professionalism.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Expound on that.
Professionalism is would be the most difficult thing. So now, when you're ignorant of something, and I don't mean in the traditional way we say this ignorant person, not like that. I mean when you're just lacking of knowledge of something, it's one thing. But when you are boasting to be some, everything in every position that we take on comes with these things called prerequisites, things that you're
Hmm.
required to do to get the job done. So if you're in a professional actor, singer, writer, whatever, there are
Connect.
prerequisites that come with that job. So the hardest thing is to get artists to understand that this isn't a hobby or interest, it's a job, and it comes with requirements. And
Right.
getting artists to adhere to the requirements has been probably one of the most difficult things in this industry.
Yes, I can totally agree with that professionalism. You know, we and not only with the people that are that we're assisting, but with those that we are working with as well. Sometimes they are not as professional as we would like them to be, or as they should be. So yeah, I definitely agree
And
with
it's not
that.
a
Definitely.
manner of how you act for me. Like I'm one of the, for lack of a better term, one of the hoodest people you can imagine. I smoke, I drink, I cuss like a sailor, Miss D. You know that. So it's not
Hmm.
that for
Hmm.
me. It's character and morals. If you say you're going to do something, do it. You know what I mean? Be a person of your
Right.
word, not a man, not a woman, a person of your word. If you say you're going to meet me at 9 o'clock
Definitely.
for rehearsal, be there at 9 o'clock. If you say you are proficient in something, do the job, especially if someone is paying you for it. If you mess up, because one thing I learned is accountability. We can't force that. We always say, I'm going to hold somebody accountability. See, you can't do that. They have to
Hmm.
hold themselves accountable.
Right.
Accountability is a choice. It's a choice you've made to say, I've done this wrong. I will accept that I've done this wrong. And now I'm going to do this right. You understand?
Right.
So accountability should be held for oneself. I can't hold you accountable. You have to hold you accountable for your actions. So
Yeah.
therefore, if you know you've messed up in something, make it right. If you said you was go do something, do it. If you got work to be done and you've been paid for it, do the work. You
Right.
understand? I rarely, hence is why a lot of reasons why I don't do interviews. I rarely talk about myself. The one thing that when people ask me what you doing, Sheba, I'm working. What you doing? I don't
Yeah.
I don't get upset about other people's situations, blessings that other people didn't got to them, because what's for me will work out for me. And as long as you're doing the work, it speaks for itself anyway.
Definitely, definitely. Dominique Brown says that Sheba had to get me in line because I had no clue that my posts affected my entertainment career. Big ups for that. That's from Dominique Brown.
So social media, it's a blessing and a curse. So if you have business, if you have products, if you're an influencer, things like that, social media is great.
Hmm.
Now, I don't think that you should entwine the two. I don't think that your personal life should entwine with your business life unless your business life is you exploiting your personal life.
Mm.
So I think the way that we act in general, not just on social media, but in the world with people. When I walk up to someone, you should speak to people. Your mama done told you that all your life. When you see somebody, you say hello. So that's the
Right.
same thing that I feel like in your virtual life. You should carry yourself to a certain standard. Now, whatever
Right.
standard you choose, that's on you. But be okay with the feedback and the responses you get from the standard that you've held yourself. So if I'm out here being a hot girl and I'm being real ratchet, when people treat me as a ratchet hot girl, I shouldn't get upset.
Right.
Understand? So if
That's
you're on here venting and sounding crazy, when people start treating you crazy, you shouldn't be
we
upset.
shouldn't.
So I think
Definitely.
that you should really, I'm just a person that think before I say stuff. So I really think that I'm a firm believer in think before you post.
Right. There you go. I believe that as well. And I'm one of those people, you curse, I curse every now and then, but I don't believe that it should be done on your platform, on your TV show, your podcast. A lot of people do, and that's them, but I'm just one that believes that I like to keep myself that it's more professional. You don't see professionals on TV, on real TV, up there cursing up a storm and doing the things that we do that we feel is okay to do on social media. So, if you want to make it to the next level, you have to keep yourself in a place to get to that next level. You know what I mean?
There's definitely a time and place for everything. So if your
Yeah.
medium is catered, so I go through this a lot with artists. So you're a radio personality as well, Ms. D. So you understand this. So I totally support independent artists. So I tell them send me their
Mhm.
music.
Yes.
First and foremost, I want your radio edits. If I say it
Definitely.
goes back to the conversation we were having earlier when I was talking about prerequisites. So if you plan on being a national recording artist, then it's automatic that you have radio edits. I'm not asking
Definitely.
you to do anything extra. I'm not asking you to do anything super or stupendous. I'm asking you to do your job. If you plan on being played nationally on radio stations, then you're going to have a radio edit. If you don't have
Yeah.
a radio edit, then you are limiting yourself to mediums that will play you cursing. Now, some of
Yeah.
these mediums that are national mediums, they still have like Sirius XM, right? Yeah, they'll play
Hmm.
you cussing, but you still have to have a EPK. You still have to have certain amounts of streams. You still, it's requirements to your job. Some
Right.
people look at us, you and I, or other artists and professionals and say, "Oh, I can do that." And then they just jump up without getting, the technical aspects of their job, without learning the business of what it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
this is why it seem easy. This is why you see people go up and down, because they don't actually learn what it is. So if I ask you and I tell you I want to play your music, you should off top, when you send me your EPK, it already should have radio edits in it. Now, if I have a
Definitely.
platform where I could play your cussing, then I got a platform for it. But if you want to be played nationally, you'll give me a radio edit. So once
Right.
again, it's a matter of what it is that you're trying to do and understanding what it requires. Now, if you want to be a national recording artist, I'm going to need radio edits. If you want to go on primetime TV, you're not going to be on shows because you're going to be on cable. You know,
Right.
it's it's good to have a business strategy. Is, once again, think before you start stuff. A lot of people do this in entertainment and it cracks me up. They go from brainstorming to execution. They have an
Mm.
idea and automatically just start trying to do the idea, as opposed
Right.
to having the idea, planning out how you're going to do the idea, and then executing the plan. Everybody always skips the plan part. It's straight
Yes.
brainstorm, execution. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is why sometimes we see the things that we see. Basically,
Yes.
this is why you
I,
get the results that you get.
yes. I totally agree. I totally agree. And I think that, like you said, we have to plan. Planning is everything because you can't just jump, like you said, from one stage to the next. You have to plan. If you're not going to see a person planning to jump off of jump from say a diving board into the water, they're just not going to just go do it. They're going to plan for it. They're going to plan before they actually take that jump. Okay, I need to jump this far away from the board so I won't hit my head, or you know what I'm
Right.
saying. You have to plan for everything, and so I agree. And artists independent artists do need to, first and foremost, is do a clean version of your song. Period. It should be automatic, and I think that a lot of them don't get it. They don't get it. If you want to stay underground with your music, then don't do it. But if you want to move up and get into, like you said, the mainstream on national TV, national broadcast, you have to have those radio editors. And I think we need to express that more and more and more, because I get so many artists that will send me stuff that's not radio edited, and I'm thinking they sending me a radio edited version, so I'm not going to really listen to everything I get all the time. And so I'll put something on and it's not radio edited, and I'm like, this person, they didn't send me the radio edit. I'm not playing their music anymore because you didn't follow directions
Correct.
you
And then
know
I don't think that maybe they don't again, you have to figure out if this is an interest or a hobby for you. Interests and hobbies go up and down with your emotions.
Hmm.
Interests and hobbies depend on how you feel. I have like 7 hobbies. I can crochet and everything, but those are not things that I want to do as a career. Those are things
Right.
that when I feel like doing them, I do them. And this is how a lot
Hmm.
of artists treat their careers, when they feel like it,
Hmm.
as opposed to
Yeah.
what you have to do. Radio edits are a must. First and foremost, if entertainment, I'm not saying just music, if entertainment, um, it's a craft. Actors have this thing where they say they're 1 gig away from unemployment. That's all of us in entertainment.
Hmm. Right.
We're 1 gig away from unemployment. So
Hmm.
if this is something, it's not an easy job either. This
Right.
is how you know that you're doing your job when it looks easy. That's how you know what you're doing is right.
Hmm.
I like to use James Cameron as a reference a lot. So
Hmm.
Avatar, he just released the part 2, The Way of Water, but the original movie Avatar, now it's one of the highest grossing box offices ever, right?
Hmm.
The movie is roughly 3 hours. For us, 3 hours is a long movie. But it took this man 10 years to make this movie. You
Wow.
understand? To give you
Hmm.
viewing pleasure for 3 hours, it took him 10 years. This is the music business. That is the TV business. That is the entertainment business. Things
Yes.
that seem like it happened overnight take people years to do and years to build. If you're not ready to put in that kind of work, this is not a field for you. You know, go get
Yes.
you a trade or something. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
If you don't have
Definitely.
tough skin, if you can't take criticism, if you can't go for the long ride, this is just not a field for you. Bottom line, there's no extras, there's no me smoothing it for you. This is something that you should not be doing. Straight up. If you're
Definitely.
not willing to sleep in your car, if you're not willing to take chances on should I pay the rent or should I pay for the studio time, if you're
Right.
not willing to go through these type of things, this is not a business for you. You have never met an entertainer who has ever told you there was a great entertainer that said the ride wasn't hard.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, you don't find any that say, "Oh yeah, I did it and now I'm here." No, it takes time.
So if I could give any advice to
Mhm.
anybody entering into this field, it would be learn this business. First, the business, because I tell people all the time, you cannot take credit for your natural born talents. God gave this to you. If they never gave you a check, you'll still be able to do it anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If it's a
Yes.
career, learn the business. Learn what comes with the career. See, music. Do music if that's what you like, if you're naturally gifted at. You want to be in the
Yes.
music business, learn the business of music first.
Right. Exactly. And that's one thing that I think a lot of the independent artists need to learn as well, that learn about the ups and downs of the business. Learn about copywriting and getting your music published and all that. Learn all those things so that you don't have to, when you make the music, you don't have to ask somebody, well, or be complaining or be upset because things didn't go the way you thought they were. But you didn't know. You didn't learn the business. Yes, that's good. Good stuff. Sabrina Gooseby says, I'm learning every day as I grow. I agree. And then Chubby's, let's see, it's Chubby's only son, DBL, double sounds like. He says, Sheba, you are a professional in her craft. So listen, if you're serious about your craft, long live the queen. Talk to Sheba because she is a professional. And I remember when I met you, we met under a business circumstance in Las Vegas, and things were kind of crazy for a minute, but we all made it work. We all came together and got that professional aspect taken care of, and everything worked out the way that we wanted it to. So yes, she is definitely a professional. So thank you for all of that, Sheba. I want to ask you now. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. How can we find you on social media? Where are you located?
So I'm everywhere. You can find me on Facebook as Sheba Sheeb. If you want to talk to me personally, if you want to check out all of the upcoming and latest things that's going on with the Mia Ma Show, you can follow us on Facebook at the Mia Ma Show. You can also find me on Instagram, simply Sheba6. Go check out my podcast, the Mia Ma Show. You can find it on Podomatic.com. We also have links on all of my socials to get to it. You can catch me every Thursday night live from 10 to 11 on thebizradio.com, where I'm spinning dope hits from Oklahoma and beyond, as well as Friday mornings from 10 to 11 Central. And all of this is Central Standard Time. Um, on wgrindradio.com, where I'm doing the same thing, steady bringing you dope hits from Oklahoma and beyond. I have some new shows coming up. I have a show called Music Notes coming up, which is where we delve into the creative process with the independent artists that you love or you love to hate. And we actually go through the whole process of what it is and how they do what they do to bring us the music that we love. So we get a little more in depth into the music creation process. I'm going to have
Awesome.
everybody know I love a good party. So I'm going to have a watch party for the series premiere August 27th at my club, Big Smoke Cigar Lounge, which where you can always find me, 3719 Spring Lake Drive, right here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. But if you don't get to make it to the party because we're premiering, it's exclusive. We're premiering the first episode. But if you don't get to make it to my party, you can see the world premiere September 7th on Ballyhooed TV or W Grind City TV, both on Roku. Please download the apps. We will be bringing that to you. We have some dope artists coming to Music Notes this season, like Joe Johnson. We have T Dash. We have T Baby. We have Lieutenant P, and many, many others. If you know someone who would like to be featured on Music Notes, send them my way. If you're an artist that you think you got what it takes, because I only mess with the dopest, man. If you trash, please don't come talking to me. You'll be
Girl.
wasting my time. And you'll be wasting my time and yours, and I don't believe in wasting black people's time. So, like, save us both the trouble. You know what I mean? Um,
Definitely.
but
Let
like I
me
said,
ask you let me ask you this real quick that you said that. How do you tell an independent artist or artist period that their music is trash? Like, because most artists believe that their stuff is on hit, is on point.
by telling them exactly what's wrong with it. There's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by telling them exactly what's wrong with it. The production sucks. You know, whoever produced this, I don't like it. You heard in the background, the engineering, you needed engineered. Your lyrics make absolutely no sense. You don't have enough lyrics. You simply have a hook, and it's, that's boo boo. Um, what else did I mean? It's so many. Tell them exactly what's wrong with it. Whatever it is that made you say, I don't like this, tell them what it was that you didn't like. You
Yes,
know, the one thing about it, criticism, whether you agree with it or you don't, it always gives you room for improvement. You
definitely,
understand? Whether you
definitely.
agree with it or you don't, I might call it trash, but I'm not just gonna be like, "Oh, your song is trash." I'm gonna say, "It this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong." Then you can go look. Now, if you okay with the stuff that I said was wrong, you know, then ride
Yes,
out. But if not, you can actually go look at your body of work, say she was right, and improve upon it. You
right,
understand? And you can
definitely.
improve upon it. So basically, when I mean trash, I just mean it's not right. It's not ready. Because you can have a
Yes,
dope song, but if it's not radio ready, it's trash. I can't do nothing with it. It's gonna be sitting in your house. What
right,
I'm gonna do with it?
exactly.
I can't give it to
Yes,
nobody or nothing. So it's trash. So that's why I
yes,
mean by dope. I want dope. Good dope sell itself. I don't have to talk you into it. You're gonna want it
right,
like crackheads. You understand what I'm
right,
saying? Good dope sell
exactly.
itself. So don't bring me no trash. Bring me dope.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. I agree with that. Yes, so we can find you on all your new shows on all your platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and all the other platforms. If you
It's the
can,
Me and Mine show everywhere. Just
the Me and Mine
Google
show.
the Me
So
and
you did
Mine
a
show.
show. You
Just
did a show
Google me.
before. Okay, just Google her. You did a show. You were doing a show just before this one, right? From
I
you said from
was. I was
10
on
to 11.
wgrundradio.com. Again, you can catch
Okay.
me every Friday spinning dope music from Oklahoma and beyond. It's not just Oklahoma music, it's all independent artists from everywhere. So, um, if you got good music, it's ready to be played. I guarantee you I will spin you. That's another thing,
Yes.
artists. I ask every week for you to send me music. I look at my email every week and there's not that much music. So therefore, um, don't hit me talking about why I won't play you. I just sat
Right.
down with Miss D and told you all the reasons why I won't play you. Now, if those are none of your issues, you're guaranteed rotation with me.
Yes.
I'm DRT tracked, I'm sound scanned. So anytime I play you, you're getting your residuals. Straight
There
up.
you
But if
go.
you
There you
if you're
go.
handling your business, if you're ASCAP, BMI, or whoever you got your distribution through, if I play you, you get your coins. So
Okay.
again, have your business right. Send me your music. If you send it to me and it's popping, I'm gonna play it. It's
Yes.
guaranteed. It's no gatekeeping. It's no well, I don't like them, so I'm not gonna play their music. It's none of that. If
Right.
you're righteous, you get played. Simple as that.
Yes.
I don't want
Yes.
nobody in Miss D nor my inbox saying why they won't spin our music. Send it to
There
me.
you go. There you go. Same here. Same here. I play everybody's music, but if it ain't right, it just ain't right. It ain't gonna get played. So that's that. Well, you know what? This has been awesome. I really enjoyed this interview. I really enjoyed talking to you. I miss your little face. I miss seeing you often. So I'm going to have to check out your podcast a little bit more and your shows so I can see your face. Um, and thank you for being here. Thank you for all the great information. Thank you for all the insight into the industry. For those that don't know that needed to learn something today, y'all learned something today because Miss Sheba, she let it out. She let it out.
Well,
All
this
right, you
is
guys.
Conversations for Dummies. You know, a little something you might know and learn some things you don't.
Exactly. And who was this that said this is their friend Lotus Flower? Said that's my friend.
Shout out to Dion. She is one of but that's my good friend Dion. Shout out to Dion. She is, if you like the little person that's sitting up here right now today, she is one of the people who have helped mold and form that is Sheba, the person that is Sheba. So I'm very thankful for her. I'm thankful for all the beauties. They are definitely the reason why you and I do what we do. Without them, there would no be no us. Um, Miss D, I don't like to leave the beauties like wanting. I do like to leave them with some substance. So before I get out of here, I'm gonna give them a little shot of words of wisdom.
Sure, definitely.
Um, we're in a service industry. We're in an industry where my whole job depends on doing something for other people. I really enjoy my job. And if you are working in a job such as Miss D and I, where you have to service other people, always remember that the more you do for other people, the closer to God it brings you. Because the
Mm,
closest way to get to God is to service his people. So I just want you beauties to take that with you today. If you're having a discouraging day, if you're having a day where you feel unappreciated, just know all the things that you're putting out there that the good Lord is taking in, and you will be blessed for it. And I hope to
definitely.
see y'all in traffic, but if not,
Okay.
be rolling.
Yeah, somebody said, Ashley said Sheba came to preach. Keon over the top said, very insightful. Thank you both. And who is this? Sabrina. She says, I'm definitely going to support you too. Thank you, Queen. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. I want to have you back on the show again. I want to talk a little bit more about the panel discussion, Dear Black Men. I think that is just amazing, and we need to hear a little bit more about that and what you're doing. My good friend Neva
Anytime.
Fatsworth, yep, she says I enjoyed very insightful info, and she says thank you. So thank you, Sheba, once again for being here. I'm looking forward to doing this again with you in the near future. And thank you for those closing words. We definitely want to be closer to God. So we definitely need to heed those words that she spoke. So thank you again. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Miss D.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you next time. You take care. All right. All right. That was a great, great interview. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone here. Let me give just some shout outs to everyone that showed up, to Neva, to Sabrina, to Lotus Flower, Ashley. Who else is here? Keon over the top, Chubby's only son, Marshall Shaw, and Dominique Brown, Joe Johnson, and Johnny L. Dunlap Jr., who is always there with me. I appreciate you, Johnny. I really do. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that showed up today. And this has been a really great show. I'm looking forward to being with Sheba again. And you guys can catch me every Friday, right here on Conversations for Dummies, 11 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, and 12 p.m. Eastern time. So I will see you guys next time. And then you can catch me every day, Monday through Friday, early in the morning. I'm up at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern for Morning Motivation with Lady D. That be me. I'm here every day. So you guys, and my radio station is on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, thesoulexpress.com. If you want your independent music played on the station, please send it to ladydtv@gmail.com. That's LADYDEETV@gmail.com. And I look forward to getting some new music. And yes, you guys, this has been great. So thank you. I will see you next time. And have a great Friday. And yes, God bless.